No, guys?
All right, well, let's jump to the top of the bracket here and take a look at Achan versus Backstab. Achan, who top forward in the past on the back of his trifecta deck, is still running the trifecta deck. I like that he's sticking with the things he's familiar with. Ice Spirit goes great in this list. I mean,
the trifecta.
Yeah, classic meta deck. And then Backstab is running what I guess we would call the new meta, right? The giant bowler poison deck, trying to incorporate Lumberjack in replacing Mini P.E.K.K.A. there. Pretty cool list. What do you think is going to go on here?
Yeah, it's interesting. Clark Kent, actually, before we started the stream, Clark Kent talked about how he played a very early version of the trifecta deck. And he talked about how he used freeze, like the actual 4-cost freeze spell. Well, the New Age freeze really is the Ice Spirit, and it's just interesting to me how close you got that deck to this particular list. How do you feel about trifecta?
How do I feel? I mean, it's a strong deck. It counters almost anything if you can play it right. I mean, there's people that can play it, and there's people that can really play it. And I mean, it's one of those things you have to master. But I mean, it's really strong. Really does a lot of damage if you let's get through. And then, but it's also kind of weak to certain things. And I'm just interested to see how. The bowler should. I've heard that bowler destroys trifecta, but I've never seen it, especially in like a high level of play between two high level players. So I'd like to see if Achan is going to be good enough to like split push and get around the bowler, or if that card is just like such a hard counter. I don't know how he's going to distract the bowler. Is he going to distract the bowler with the Valkyrie and then aim it with the Musketeer? I just. The Ice Spirit could be very valuable. Well, I'm sorry, Ice Spirit. Yeah, Ice Spirit. Achan's Ice Spirit could be super valuable here because if you can freeze the bowler for 2 seconds, the Musketeer and Valkyrie can do quite a bit of damage to it. Right off the bat.
Nope.
No questions asked for Backstab. I will poison that.
Yeah, every single time.
That's always kind of risky. Just because you never know. You never know what else they have card to have behind there.
I think what would be cool to see the trifecta deck evolve into is I actually think that you could replace Hog with Lumberjack. Because a lot of people have tried to play Mini P.E.K.K.A. in the Hog spot, but it turns out Mini P.E.K.K.A. is just not very good on offense, gets distracted a little too much. But Lumberjack has the speed of a Hog Rider, and it attacks so fast that things like Skeletons doesn't completely ruin your push, right?
And really, honestly, if you were to look into your heart and say, my Hog Rider does a lot of damage, you're lying to yourself, right? The Hog Rider is really what gets defended, and then the Musketeer is what does the damage.
Sure. And Hog Rider, Hog Rider is not a huge damage source. He gets like one swingy in.
All right. Good distraction, but that Lumberjack's not getting
Straight
distracted. And look how much damage this is going to be.
Oh, no, and the Ice Spear. Look at him hack. Goom, goom. And it's still targeted on the Giant.
Oh, that was well played. That could have been terrible.
Yeah, that could have been much worse.
Achan really knew what he was doing there by killing the Lumberjack just as the Giant died as well, so the Giant didn't really get any benefit off of the rage.
Yeah, really talking about trifecta and how precise you have to be. Again, second collector, second poison, but now Achan is clean away with this one.
Yeah, Backstab's not letting him get any sort of Clixer down over there. It's going to be an instant poison.
Interesting that Achan does not reciprocate the philosophy.
Yeah.
Ooh. I actually sort of like this placement here because the Hog Rider's so fast he can keep getting his shots in, and it allows the poison to do some damage. It's not a ton, but it helps.
Hey,
3 swings on the Hog and the poison, but the question is that bowler's still walking around. Right?
Took about a third of the health off, though. If you consider that the pumps came off, the tower damage came down. I mean, Achan's ahead right now. It may not feel like it.
A huge push.
Yeah. I mean, the question we asked is, how do you kill that bowler? And
how do you kill the...
Yeah. You know?
Wow, this is looking real bad.
Oh, no.
Man.
That is a counter push if I've ever seen one.
And he drops the pump right after. Achan could probably counterattack right now if he wanted to because the pump came down, but Backstab being able to get out the double pumps allowed him to use that elixir advantage in a very effective way.
And now the tower's down, Backstab can just play defense and
the whole trifecta's getting rolled.
Oh, man.
Great Ice Spirit.
Ooh, yeah, holds the the Hog Rider right in place.
Yeah.
And that's all she wrote right there.
It's
20 seconds left. I think it's much more likely that Achan 3 crowns than it is. I'm sorry, that Backstab 3 crowns than Achan takes the tower.
Yeah. Good counter push from Backstab, and still not matching Darth Jar Jar's counter push.
But we're gonna go to round 2 or game 2 of this match, and now Backstab cannot play his Giant Bowler deck anymore. It's really key what the second deck is because let's say that he has another Bowler deck. Well, Achan has to win 2 games each with it. If his trifecta deck can't get through whatever the second deck is,
he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win.
Let's take a look. So Backstab wins game 1. We're going to find game 2 of this series here. There it is.
Let's see. Ooh, spicy. That's the spicy. Now, it's a giant lumberjack combination without the bowler.
That's a good point. So he opted to keep, it looks like, pump, poison, or no, Achan didn't have poison. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Achan was playing the trifecta deck last time. So Backstab had to retain, what, Ice Spirit, Zap, Poison... Lumberjack, yeah. And then the other 4 cards have changed. Achan is keeping Pump, Zap, Poison, Musketeer between the 2 lists.
It's interesting. I feel like with the advent of the Lumberjack, big body decks, just to take advantage of the rage and to take advantage of the fact that a Lumberjack is great at chopping away big pushes, big bodies seem to be coming back. We got Giant, we got Golem, we got Lava Hound.
I really like that Lava Hound is coming back because of these giant bowler decks being so ground focused.
Yes.
A lot of them just skimp on their air defense, and then real quickly you find a Lava Hound flying over and you don't have an answer to it.
I mean, we saw ESLEO's giant balloon deck just absolutely destroy. How do you stop the balloon? There was a princess? Question mark.
I spare
it. Very little. It's almost like if you play Musketeer, you're in good shape. If you don't play Musketeer,
good luck. Yeah. Watch out. All right, Ice Spirit. Look at him.
It started to keep it away right off the bat with the poison.
Yeah, Backstab definitely has that in his playbook as always worth it to him.
Yes. And why not? For 1 elixir, chip an extra 100 damage with that Ice Spirit.
Yeah. 1 elixir cards are so strong. They're actually so strong.
Right off the bat, going with... Ooh.
Okay, so we're going to see what this giant push is going to develop. He only has the Musketeer and Guards to follow it up with. The Lumberjack is 1 card further back, and it looks like he wants to do Guards and Lumberjack. Oh, changes his mind, though, once those minions hit.
Good poison.
Oh, misses the Inferno Tower, though.
Lumberjack, Ice Spirit will freeze them up, but that Lumberjack is already a primed rage spot ready to drop.
Oh, that Lumberjack is going to do some damage.
Oh, my God. Lumberjack. And killing him first doesn't really help because the rage makes the giant do even more.
I'm a Lumberjack and I'm okay.
Great, though. Achan was able to get out double Princess during that whole melee, during that whole push that will cycle back to Princesses. And stacking up Princesses, great way to win games.
Oh, right? It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's very easy for 2 Princesses that just stick on your side of the board to generate far more than their cost.
Yeah.
Value.
Absolutely.
It kind of seemed like a distraction.
Yeah.
Lava Hound.
I mean, that's a great way to counter that Princess, right? Of course, is to make it shoot on something that has so much hit points that her low DPS is kind of irrelevant. Yeah. I think that was a little early for that poison right there.
Here it comes. Yeah, this is going to hurt. Oh,
it might
pups?
go down.
Nice.
It might turn off before the pups die. No, it didn't. No. Okay. Actually, perfectly timed, Achan. I'm dumb.
So, it's interesting. Achan played the Princess. The response was a Lava Hound. So, technically, the only elixir that Achan invested into defending the Lava Hound was a poison and a zap, right?
Yeah.
And that really cleaned up the pups and
the Musketeer.
Yeah. And the Musketeer, but the Musketeer is traded with the Miner.
Sure.
Kind of.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Making him poison the other tower.
One more shot. No, Lumberjack shoots. She gets it off.
Too late,
No,
buddy.
Lumberjack will kill your Princess pretty quick.
Yeah.
But not before she gets 2 shots off.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well played, says
So Backstab's looking to tie it up. He's at 40 seconds to take this tower and tie it up.
Yeah, I think he's going to take this tower. Lava Hound Miner is just such an inevitable deck, right?
And it was definitely an early play for that poison because he had to take out the minions.
Yeah.
So now this time those lava pups might really get out of control. Oh, yeah, it goes off.
And then the rage of the tower.
It's actually Achan's rage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, rage of the tower, though. You're right. Okay, rage of the tower, not the pups.
Yeah. Look at the Lumberjack run. Man, he looks like...
He's a fast one.
He's from some kind of action movie.
Oh, look at him eat up the guards, though. Good.
All right, here comes what I expect to be a... Oh, okay.
I actually
nice aggressive drop.
There. Oh, and the good zap.
Oh, good zap. This might be all she wrote.
I don't know.
Oh, no, look at it. It's a race. It's a race.
The zap. Oh! Achan pulls it off.
Oh, my God.
Great game. Wow. Who would have thought that came down? I mean... We kind of mentioned it in the preview a little bit that this might come down. Like, how are they going to stop each other's pushes here? Yeah. So we're going to game 3 of Achan Backstab. Now, both have to play their alternate decks.
And they both know each other's decks, so what's left, so...
And they probably have been taking notes and stuff playing. So Backstab is playing his Lava Hound deck that just barely fell short of winning and sealing the match. Achan has to revert back to the Trifecta, which is yet to win a game.
Yep.
Now, I think I like Trifecta's chances against this Lava Hound deck 10x more than the Bowler deck. Right.
Yeah.
But, let's see. There is an Inferno Tower in Backstab's deck, so he does have an answer to Hog. somewhat.
Yeah.
But of course, now Achan finds himself with a cannon, which is pretty good against Lava Hound.
Yeah.
You can pull the Lava Hound to the middle where both towers shoot it, and it's, Lava Hound doesn't really do that much damage to towers, so
Yeah.
the cannon can tank it for quite a long time.
You really control a pup expansion too. If the Lava Hound dies around where the cannon was, they don't automatically tag onto what your tower is, and you can really distract the pups in a good way.
Yeah, as long as all the pups don't get onto your tower,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I think that drives a lot of people away from Lava Hound is that it's one of the few tanks in the game that can just totally flub it for you. Like if you don't support the push, a single Lava Hound is not worth 7 elixir. It
No, it's
needs
not.
some sort of force multiplier of the other cards in the game.
On the other hand, I
Poison?
think Achan's yeah.
Thinking about it?
Hello?
No.
Maybe you can wait a little bit too, because
I
you
think
actually
you
don't have to
already
poison in the first like 10 seconds to get the full value.
Oh, look at this
Ooh.
push.
Okay. So,
I feel like they might have been in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Valk was
you
supposed to be
usually want
first.
the Valkyrie to
Yeah.
get pushed and tank for the.
But still,
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie can do a lot of damage to a tower.
Yeah, absolutely. The big thing about the Valkyrie is a slow walk speed. So ideally, you want to allow the Valkyrie's health to come into play, and then augment the move speed by having the Hawk Rider push it.
It's no minor, but here comes Lumberjack in to support. He's going to do the same thing, right? Be fast enough to get close to the tower and take
this
the
is not
tower's
bad.
aggro so that the pumps, or the
Yeah.
pups can get in there and start attacking stuff. And of course, the rage is there for the pumps, and the miner comes in after. Those pups are attacking pretty fast. That
Oh.
Valkyrie is donezo. Not even going to get close
Not
to
even
the tower.
close.
Yeah, and that collector got chipped down quite a bit.
Time to reboot. Here it goes again. Like it's.
We start
Backstab
over
is
right from where
already
we
hovering
were.
the poison. You can see that the card is highlighted. Backstab knew that the next play for Achan was going to be the collector. He's
Yes.
just sitting and waiting for it.
I think the question, though, is that like when you're both starting towards 10, Achan's playing Pump and then Backstab's playing Lava Hound. Because he's waiting, I mean, now it's a little off, but when they were playing at the same time, that was really better for Backstab because you can't run in when you just played the Collector. I think with the Pump down now, if Achan's smart with his cards, he may be able to really punish the Lava Hound play. But since Hog and Musketeer just went down, here it comes thinking about it. Pump's going to go down.
Oh, he played it
no.
early. He played it
Oh
up.
no, the timing was such that
Timing
Achan
was
still-
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
really
way
hurts.
worse for Achan than it was.
Yeah.
for-
Yeah.
This
And,
really hurts.
oh, he's got a counter.
I think
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that the cannon came down just a little too late because obviously it's not going to do anything. It's not
Yeah.
going to shoot anything.
Yeah. The poison is great, but Miner's coming. He still
And that-
has a Miner in the pocket and a
And
poison.
here it comes.
Zap.
Poison's too slow, unfortunately. Like, see, the pups are going to come
Yeah.
out and they're outside the poison already. Although the
Yeah.
cannon is taking a little bit of health. That's pretty
Yes, but
But look how much
look how much damage this is doing right now.
And the poison's very relevant there because
Yeah.
I believe each lava pup gets 2 hit, maybe 3 hit. But when the tower's attacking slower and there's 6 targets, you really maximize that slow attack speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Backstab's pretty much one poison away, or a couple minor hits.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Guess
The
wrong.
Valkyrie's a little slow, unfortunately, so he doesn't even need to use the poison. He can save the poison for defense.
Mm-hmm.
And we are about 14 seconds away from Backstab advancing to his 2nd consecutive top 4 appearance. Very impressive.
That's hard to do.
That's
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah. Interesting, after I watch this game, after I watch HM play Trifecta, I really honestly believe it's time for Trifecta to have a modification.
It needs
I
to
mean,
evolve a little bit.
Yeah, I think for a long time Trifecta was able to hold its own, but right now I just don't think it quite has the tools to deal with things that are popular in the meta. So I think that there needs to be some kind of adjustment to be made.
Oops.
No, select the winner.
Got him, Jim. We're trying to do challenge as well.
Yes.
How do I
Submit?
say that you won? Oh, select the winner.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Boink, we got him. All right, Backstab advances to the top 4.
Backstab.